When I was growing up and coming up through the ranks, I always admired Seb Ogier's career, let's say, and the path that he'd taken, and of course what he's gone on to achieve since. And of course now I've found myself competing against him and spent quite a few years in the same team. So it feels a bit strange in a sense to put Seb up there as my hero, but he was who I admired to emulate in the manner that he'd done it without coming from a wealthy background.
Probably the most famous has always been Colin McRae due to the game as well, and it's the one I remember when I think back at my time. But there was also Richard Burns, but mainly for me my hero was Bruno Thierry, because Bruno Thierry was from the neighbor village, and he was some kind of a local, so he was the star of the region and the area, and that's why he was my hero.
I would say when I was growing up, it was Peter Solberg. My father was driving a Subaru when I was younger, and so when we were watching WRC, we went sometimes to Sweden or to Monte Carlo, and then I was a big fan of Peter Solberg. And I would say more recently it's Sébastien Ogier, which is doing so great, just managing to win with all different cars and winning that much championships. So I look up to him.
Probably hero is Sebastian Loeb, because even when I was really kids and small, I just watching the TV because my father is rally driver. Then there was WRC and cars going amazing speed and like sideways. Then always Sebastian Loeb was there and winning the rallies, and even I didn't understand any English that moment, but I felt like, oh, this guy is so cool.
I have always been a big fan of Seb Ogier since I'm young, and I'm following him because he was the new French fighting with Seb Loeb. I like it also his drive. He's quite okay, yeah. The first memory I had was Lancia and Nicky Biazon and guy like this. And Harry was Harry Vatanen was always very famous in France, so he was definitely a hero. Then for me there was the Tommy time with the Mitsubishi, and then of course start the Seb Loeb era, which for us in France was really amazing, and he was definitely a role model for every young rally drivers. I didn't mention Colin. Colin was probably the first video game I played as a kid, and yeah, you could link this passion to so many names, so many big names.
From TV, and even that time, that was the only way to see actually rallying. The only things I remember, or was at the start of my memories, when my father used to go with the friends to see 1000 Lakes Rally in Finland. And every time he came back, he tried to explain me, how the cars are from the jumps flying sideways into the corners, and they were like cars. It's like this is not possible to do these things with the cars. And at the time it was Tommy, Juha, Didier Oriol and all these kind of guys. So yeah, I guess this is the wow effect I got from rallying.
Since I was young, and who caught my interest for rallying was Peter Solberg. And I think his attention to details is something that I admire very much, how much passion and how much he lives rallying, let's say like that. I also look up to Sébastien Ogier. I was teammates with him in Volkswagen for many years, and seeing how well he drove that car, and also how good he was as a team player as well in the team. He taught me a lot about how to drive that car quicker, and always sharing information. So it was very nice to be teammates with Seb for many years, and I learned a lot.
34 right sharp, middle, into.